I'm telling you, these little traps work the best. I love them. Oh wow.
So what's up guys, we are back with another video. Before we get started, go down there, subscribe with notification bell, and like this video. So today, you might be wondering, we haven't done a trapping video with fishing, so we're gonna do that today. But you know those little black traps that we had, that's like a fold over? Well, we got those, but those have a little gap right there, so we got some new ones. And now we're gonna do a comparison to all the other ones we have.
That's right. Houston has been begging me to do some creek trapping videos and catch some minnows and bluegill and all that stuff. So I thought, why don't we do like a side-by-side comparison of all our different styles of minnow traps and bluegill traps. So we've got some different things. You guys, and what? And?
We have a guest on the channel today.
It's
Who's
Nick.
That?
It's Nick. We're gonna say
Nicholas.
It's just Nick. It's just Nick. So these funnel style traps, they're just the cheap ones from Walmart. When you close them, there's a little bit of a gap there, and a lot of people have said, you know, obviously small minnows can get out of that. So everyone has said, why don't you buy the better, I think they're called G's, like G-E-E''S, and it's the same style of trap, got a little funnel for the fish to swim in, but these are a little higher quality, and a lot of people have said, for whatever reason, that, look out buddy, look out, they said that the silver color works better than the black. So we'll see. And then we've also got on Amazon and bought some like we had last year, these little collapsible net traps that this one has 6 different entrances, and we had a ton of luck. These were our top trap last year for sure. And then we've got just the great big one. This one usually catches bigger bluegill. It's got a bigger hole. It's got a bigger hole for the funnel.
And crawfish.
Huh? And
crawfish.
Well, that style is usually the best for the crawfish.
Well, actually, I also have a stick in my foot.
All right. So what are we going to be baiting our traps with today? Today,
we obviously, sometimes we do sardines. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. We'll leave a link up here. I'm just not going to tell you what happened in that video. So, we have used that stuff and dog food and bread, but this time we're not using dog food or the other thing. We're just going to use some normal bread. Just good old-fashioned bread. That way we have all the traps baited the same, and we're going to put in the same area, right? Yes, sir. So the plan, there is a ton of bluegill in our little swimming hole right now, and we've got this big oak tree, which is actually the same tree that Houston was catching all those crawfish on when it was laying in the creek back there last year. And we're gonna have to get it out of our swimming hole eventually, but all the roots are in the water back here, so it's got a good area of structure, and all those little bluegill and stuff like to hang out around it. So we're gonna get all of our traps baited up, and we're gonna put them all in the same area. Hey, somebody else showed up. What you doing? Nothing.
You gonna come help?
Sure.
Showed up on the electric bike. A lot better than pedal power, huh?
Yeah, way better. So right now we are baiting these traps.
You just got here. Where are you going?
To make y'all orange chicken.
I thought you were gonna help us throw the traps out.
Well, I was, but then I realized I remembered that I have food in the oven. Well, you guys go see the baby.
Well, we appreciate it. I know what you're doing though. Daddy, Dusty just drove by.
We're twinning.
Dusty just drove by, and Brooks is here. Mom's watching Brooks, so you saw the baby show up, and you said, "Shoo, getting out of here."
Yeah. And I have 3 minutes left on my oven, so.
All right.
Oh, God.
Whoop.
I have my hand up there.
That's what I said. Let me get down here first so I can video y'all falling down. Instead of throwing it out around the end of the tree, and since we're doing a side-by-side comparison with 4 traps, this area is all consistent, so it seems like it would be a good fair spot to do 4 traps side by side. You don't have to throw it out far, Houston. Let's just get it off in that deep water right there.
Don't forget to hold the rope.
All right, so put that one in.
Woo!
Hey, you don't listen very well. I said just pull it right over here close to these rocks. I'll say that one might float away if we're not careful. I have to get it sunk down by the rock.
Okay, we got it. Alright, so we got all of them set out. Now we'll come back in just a little bit maybe and not swim maybe.
So what's your prediction? Which one do you think is going to do the best?
Honestly, I think both of our new ones. The new light colored trap, like that one, and the one that has the 6 holes around it.
What do you think's the best?
Same thing. I think the big orange one and the new 6-sided one is gonna work.
I think the expandable one with all those 6 holes around it will have the most.
Yeah.
I think the one with the orange ends on it will have the biggest. So we're gonna let these traps soak for probably, I don't know, maybe an hour or 2, and we'll come back and check today. But the creek is looking phenomenal right now. It's just gorgeous. There's no algae and moss buildup, but I do notice that we're not getting near as good a flow over the dam right now as what we were, and a lot of water is getting through the rocks. I had it pretty well stopped up to where almost all the water was going over and it was flowing really well all the way across. But yeah, so we got some leaks to fix. It's just not easy to find them. That's the hard part.
Hey. Oh, what is it? Huh? You say hi? Huh?
Hey Brooks! Hey Brooks! Hey Brooks! Hey baby! Hey Brooks! Hey!
Well, look who decided to join us. Did you get your baby fix in?
Yes.
Your orange chicken was delicious too, by the way.
Thank you.
I mean, you did a great job taking it out of the box and putting it in the oven. Oh.
And putting sauce on it. She had to put sauce on it.
Oh, that's right.
Huh?
Hey, my eyes are burning from all that dust, boy.
Oh.
All right, first trap is the little round black one.
No!
Nothing. You caught nothing.
Looks like a blueberry in there.
All right, trap number 2. It's the big with the orange ends on it, the biggest trap we got.
Nothing?
Nothing! Hey, what in the world?
What is going on?
What kind of ultimate showdown trapping video is this?
Oh yeah!
I see some splashing.
Oh, catfish!
Oh, I love catfish.
Well, we got 2 little bullhead catfish.
Those are some fat catfish.
Can we eat them?
No.
We're not eating those.
Can we keep them?
We're not keeping them.
We gotta bring Kathy back to
Hey.
life.
We need to keep them for flathead bait because I've heard they make really good flathead catfish bait. But we're not keeping them today.
How did you open this last time?
I just ripped the net open in the zipper. It was messed up, so I just ripped the net. There you go. So I bought these traps on Amazon. We used one last year that had 4 holes, and they catch a ton of these little bullhead catfish.
Let me get the other one.
This thing's bite.
Yeah, they'll bite you a little bit. They don't hurt that bad.
No.
Not too bad unless
get
you're
that
just a
one.
wuss, you know.
I'm getting that one. I'm getting that one. I want to look at that one.
Grab it then.
That one is fat.
Flip it over. You got it upside down.
Stomping on his head.
So these little bullhead catfish I've heard make really good flathead bait. And this style of trap is usually about the only kind that ever catches these things. But there's a ton of those little bitty things in this creek.
There we go. I like that they think they can get under like a rock or something right there.
Well, there's just something about the way these holes are shaped. Obviously, they're a lot bigger hole than what most of those traps are. But those little catfish love this thing.
I'm gonna pull in the next one, guys.
So maybe not on the ultimate minnow trap showdown. I figured we would catch a lot of bluegill right here in this area. I know there's a ton in there. Our traps have set for probably an hour and a half or so. Now I know there's about 100 little bluegill in this little small hole of water over here. So we could put the traps back out over here if we wanted to, just to see the difference. But for some reason, not catching any bluegill over here.
Let's stop, please.
Come on, let's catch
Nothing.
None. I say we move these traps somewhere into shallower water where we know there's some more bluegill.
Yeah.
All right.
Look over there.
No, let's go up on the other side of the dam where the creek's shallow.
Got another right here.
There you go.
We're like a few feet. No.
Perfect.
Now let's go swimming.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? So now we've got all 4 traps scattered out over here in a little shallower water. We can see a ton of bluegill in here, small minnows and things. So we'll let these sit here for an hour or two and just see what we catch. You never know. But so far, the ultimate minnow trap showdown has caught us 2 bullhead catfish. Kind of not great. Well, our traps have been setting for probably about 2 hours in the second spot, and we're hoping for a little bit better results than the first time. I was not impressed. Maybe we should go back to dog food. Bread usually does the trick on the bluegill. Huh, Houston?
Yeah.
All right, one at a time. Let's see.
Me? Yep. Pull it in.
Pull that first one in, Emily.
I think I saw something in it. At least one right there. Yeah! Got 2 bluegill.
Hold it up here.
There's humongous. More like
Well, 2 little bluegill. That's it. 2 little bluegill. No crawdads. No big bluegill. That one was supposed to be the one that catches the big ones. And I know I saw a ton of big bluegill out there. All right, Nick, I already see fish swimming around in that one. I'm telling you, these little traps work the best. I love them. Oh, wow. We got a giant bluegill. I told you there were some big ones in there.
holy crap. Oh my lordy. Dad, we gotta teach that thing to eat.
Look at that bluegill.
Let's
that
clean it
bluegill,
up.
no, we're not cleaning that. That bluegill needs to go to the pond. That's where it needs to go.
Yes.
That is a kegger, man. He's huge. Hey, go get that bucket out of the back of the buggy. That is perfect. Oh no, Bella, don't eat it.
No, go back in. That went right in her mouth. There's even another pretty good sized one in there.
As I was saying before I dropped it, that is perfect size. That's big enough that it won't get eaten by the bass. That one's not a bluegill.
No, it's a
That
green
one's
sunfish.
probably a green sunfish, looks like. And we don't want those in the pond.
Nope.
But we do want this guy. We'll take him over there for sure. Houston, that's easily the biggest bluegill we've ever trapped out of the creek right there.
Yeah, for sure.
Pull yours in, Houston.
All right, trap number 3. Pull it in, Houston, the black one. The little cheap Walmart trap that we use all the time.
Well, there's fish swimming around it.
Anything in it?
Nope.
Nothing. Nothing. All right. I don't see anything in the Silver G's trap either. Nothing?
That is crazy. I think we found out which.
Nothing. We know for sure now that these little umbrella traps are by far the best at catching fish. Now they do fall apart pretty easy. Hey Houston, didn't we got one in? We got 2 in the mail a couple days ago, and what happened to one of them?
One already broke that day.
It broke. We got it out of the box. It was broken, but the other one is working fine. It's catching fish. Hey, why don't we put those over there where we said there might be some crawfish overnight? We'll leave them for the crawdads, okay?
You want those
Hey,
guys?
how many fish did that little trap catch?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Plus the big one
And
and that green sunfish you caught.
Yeah. No.
So this one had
8.
8. Of course, it does have 6 openings. There's just something about these little umbrella traps though that, man, they just catch a lot of fish. I mean, I know Bear's really interested in this, aren't you, buddy?
No! No, that's a green crabfish. That was a green sunfish.
Did you run over him on the 4-wheeler?
No, I was like right there, and he was like in the middle of the road.
Stay back, Houston. It's a rattlesnake. No, we're not going to kill it. Stay back, Bella.
Hey, you're not going anywhere. That's a small one.
That's not a small one.
Well, the rattle. Small. That's the second. That's the second rattlesnake we've ever seen.
Boy, he's blending in with those leaves, isn't he?
If he wouldn't have been on the road, I wouldn't have seen him. You know, I would have ran over if I could have killed him. I know that would.
Get him go.
Was it cool snake?
Whew. A little creepy, isn't it?
Nope.
Rattlesnakes kind of make me.
Yeah, I don't like
I'm not a fan of rattlesnakes.
The big fish just comes over there or a turtle. I wouldn't take them out by hand.
So we kept all the bluegill out of the traps. And that one is just huge. That's a perfect breeder size bluegill that we want to spawn in the pond for sure.
Hopefully that's a girl.
Hold it up one more time, Nick.
Look at all those little guys.
Yeah, there's hundreds in the pond right now, isn't there?
Look at them.
I don't know if they'll show up on video or not. They're ready for the fish feeder to go off.
They are waiting for that feeder to go off.
Yeah, that's a good one, man.
That'd be even a big one to catch.
Yeah, you could eat that one for sure. He's plenty big enough.
Yeah. Lay him up. Be like a bass. Not gonna be as fat as a bass, but be kind of big.
He gone.
Now we'll just toss the rest of them out.
Pour the rest of them in there. They'll be fine.
Whoa.
Dude, there are thousands of little bluegill right here. Awesome. Cool beans.
And all those will grow up to be big ones.
Look at that spider. It's eating a dragonfly. It's sucking its blood up.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Huh. A spider caught a dragonfly.
I better know how. It went.
Oh, you think he did like Spider-Man?
I said.
Well, there you have it. There's our attempt at an ultimate minnow trap showdown.
Oh.
Didn't give Bear any lovin's on the video, did we, Bear? You had to come in and get some loving. So the little expandable net, or the little expandable traps, work really, really well. But I will say this, last year we did catch several turtles. The boys put it out for a little while this morning before we videoed it, and actually caught a little red-eared slider. It was still alive, so if you use those kind of traps, it may be best to put them in the water where there's still a little bit of the trap sticking out, so you have some airspace in there. So if you catch a snake or a turtle, it can still get oxygen. But those traps catch a ton more fish, and they have those big oval openings, so they are able to catch those bigger bluegill and those big bullheads. We catch a lot of bullhead catfish in them. Bear, buddy, give me a second. So I'll leave a link to all the traps to Amazon in the description box if you're looking for minnow traps. We're gonna do some more experimenting with the silver versus the black funnel style traps. I don't know what it is about the silver G's trap, but they're supposed to be much better at catching bluegill and they don't get away. I don't know. Today was not the day for those traps. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. We're probably gonna do a lot more minnow trapping videos this summer. Crawfish trapping. Houston's wanting to go bullfrog hunting. We actually got the Pond King boat out last night and tried to look for bullfrogs on our pond. We just don't have many here, but we have a honey hole. We know where there's a lot of bluegill. I mean, bullfrogs. I said bluegill. I'm hot. It's sweating. It's hot.
What?
Happy face.
What?
Are you gonna wrap this video up for us?
Oh, yeah. So, guys, thanks for watching.
Hang on. Hang on. Speak loud. You talk loud and then you're like, hey guys. You got this.
So what? Starting the video. So guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy it. Stop, Emma. It's not funny.
I thought it was.
No. You know what? Just let Emma do it.
We're just waiting on you.
Just let Emma do it then.
You're just like a typical little brother.
Yeah.
Typical little brother with a typical older sister that's got to aggravate.
Yep. I'm the cool one though.
Oh, you're the cool one? So, all right. So you wrap this video up for us,
Okay.
Sam.
So guys, make sure to click the like button, subscribe button, and the notification bell. And I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next video. Peace.